Hey, Chris, can we record?
I allowed you to, didn't I?
Nope.
I don't want you to record, I guess.
Thanks a lot.
You're the only one. Okay, go ahead, Brian.
Okay.
Tanner.
Yeah, hey, Matt. Just after your team goes up 6 with the 19-0 run, just what happened from there with the turnovers and all that stuff,
Yeah,
you think?
yeah. Well, obviously we did some good things in that run. I thought, the beginning of the game, we got some okay shots. They obviously didn't go down. I think we got up 7-2. Then we were stuck there for a while. And I thought we had some good shots in there, and we really pressed. We subbed. We had some different looks in there. We only had 5 turnovers at halftime, but I bet you we had 5 or 6 shots that were more or less turnovers. And our shot selection wasn't great. And when we got in that run, obviously, getting stops, but also our execution was better. And then, obviously with everything, it helps when the ball goes in. And then after that, we started to have turnovers again. And so, we weren't giving ourselves as many cracks at it because we were turning the ball over. So we just have to do a better job of, passing it. A couple of times there were just passes the guys just whipped and didn't see the defense. And those guys were right in the passing lane. And, there's no way the ball could have got through there on a couple of them. And, we have to do a better job of not passing that or stepping a guy off to get a catch. And obviously there's a couple other turnovers in there I'm not going to be able to recall. But
Yeah.
just an overall execution. We have good stretches in the game, and then we have bad stretches. Like we need to replace our bad stretches with average stretches. We just go into the tank a little bit in terms of like when you miss a shot or you turn the ball over a couple times, it's like just the awareness of like, hey, we have to have a good possession here. We just don't have that. We're all just going to kind of get it back ourselves, and we just don't have that piece offensively, that offensive flow yet. But I do like our pieces. I think we got some talented guys that are learning how to play, and they're thrown into the fire here a little bit. And we just got to keep learning and adjusting and trying to be
Probably
better.
a kind of a bigger picture philosophical sort of question, but do you feel like your team knows how to win games like this yet? This played out a lot like Rutgers, where you'd taken the 5-point lead at Rutgers and then kind of the same thing. Is that something they have to grow into? Obviously, you got a lot of first-year guys.
Well, you want to learn from, the games that you lose, and you got to be able to earn that right. We were fortunate. Like, you can look at the outcome of tonight's game and feel good about it, but Illinois missed a bunch of free throws. Yeah. If they shoot their normal percentage, which isn't, off the charts or nothing, but it's still going to hand them 6-7 more points, I would think. I'm guessing a little bit. I'm not looking right at the stat sheet, but yeah, when you get into the game at Rutgers and, you have a chance to win coming down the stretch and you don't, then the same thing happens here. You have to earn the right to know how to win those games. You have to play better. And it is a kind of a philosophical theory type question, but there's truth to it. There's truth to it. You have to be able to do that collectively on both ends. You got to be able to make those plays offensively, and you got to be able to make those stops. And, we beat ourselves a little bit in areas.
Is Eric in a bit of a rut right now?
Well, obviously he didn't play well today. So, we just got to go back to the drawing board and, just work at it and, play better, be more productive. And, he's a good player. We all know that. And, but there's not a player out there that doesn't go through some tough times. So he just needs to keep working and keep his head up.
Did Travion make a little bit of an adjustment after the slow start against Kofi that he kind of got going offensively? Did you see anything kind of change in him?
Well, I just thought he got a couple deeper post moves. I thought he posted up a little bit too deep. Too far out in the first half a couple times. But I also thought he had a couple deep post ups. He just missed the shot. And, he was able to get some opportunities there and be able to convert a couple of them. And so, he's a good player. He's a good player. We have to just, keep working with him in terms of what action we're in and what we're doing and, whether he's getting putbacks or getting post-ups or, what have you.
I'm good. Thank you, Matt.
All right.
Mike?
Yeah, Matt, just following up a little bit on the, the stretches that you guys have. Is some of you just inexperience coming through trying to overcome those bad stretches? mean, you had a good, you really had a good stretch, but then when you have a bad stretch, is it much tougher to get back to a good stretch because of some of the inexperience you have on the floor?
Sure. And like now, like anything, like if your groups that are out there are no different and you just play one group and that's it. So you just play 6 to 7 guys. Then you just, you struggle with that group and then you have success with that group, but the group doesn't change. We're a little deeper than that right now, trying to figure things out. Like as a coach, you would like separation. I like all of our players, but you want them to separate through their production. And we just haven't had separation through our production. And that's guys that have started some for us, guys that have come off the bench, young guys, older guys. And that's what you want as a coach. You want that consistency. And we just haven't gotten that. And so when you have that inconsistent stretch, and then all of a sudden you have a great stretch where you have that run, now you want to stick with some of those guys, but yet they're getting tired too. So like you got to give them a blow there. They're not all guys that are 38 to 40 minute guys. And so you want to give them a blow and you want to give them there. And then when we did that, we had some breakdowns, and then you try to get that back by stubbing them back and getting that mix of guys the same. And it always feels like you lose a little bit sometimes when you do that too. So it's one of those things that you as a coach that you never, until you get that group that you just have ultimate trust with, you're always really searching for that. And that's where we are. We are searching for that. And as a coach, you got to watch it. Like you got to go back and, and analyze what you're doing, because you do make mistakes because you don't know. When you have inconsistent play, people always want the coach to have the answer, and I want to have the answer too, but it's hard. It really is. That's a difficult thing in coaching to do, is when guys are inconsistent, who's going to play consistently going forward, because they've all shown that they can do it, but they've also showed the downside of sometimes not being able to be productive. And so we just got to keep growing. I like our pieces. I like our guys. We just got to be better together.
Played Ethan at the 4 a lot in the first half.
Right.
What kind of spark were you looking for there?
Yeah, just trying to, he's such a good passer, just trying to get him out there. They play smaller, but also I subbed him in first right away because they were smaller at the time. I didn't want to wait and then Illinois be bigger and then put him in a bad spot where he had to guard Georgie. And so I got him in there earlier just to kind of make it a different rotation. And then when they went bigger, I was going to go with Aaron at the 4 there. And I thought that made a whole lot of sense. And then Aaron played well. I thought Aaron did some good things for us. And so I stayed with Aaron more in that second half.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else for Coach Painter?
All right. Thanks.
Wait, hey, did I miss it? Hey, Matt.
Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to monitor Illinois as well. I wanted to ask
cool?
about your radio guy, Rob Blackman. In the pregame said that you guys stopped off at the Beef House. And I know that's a big traditional thing for both teams on the way to the opposing school. How did you manage to do that in the time of COVID?
We didn't stop at the Beef House. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Well,
So if he said that,
guy,
he must have just said, like in the past, we've stopped at the Beef House. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear what he said, so I wouldn't know. But we've always stopped off there in the past, but we didn't this time. We ate at the arena, and then we came over, and then we ate at the hotel.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That's all I got. Thank you so much.
Cool.